What if we just what? I'm still here. My internet didn't cut out this time. I think it just... my bit rate dropped real low. Ah! God, I am... Okay. I'm going to look into maybe getting a new Wi-Fi adapter for the time being, because since I can't connect my CPU directly to a modem like I was doing at my last place. Because when I was connected to that, I had no issues. So it's probably just my Wi-Fi adapter being a piece of garbage. Can't do Ethernet? No, not in the new place. It's really annoying. Like, I wish I could. And now my VOD is going to be split into 3 separate VODs. Starting to run low on steps already, which is a point of concern. Do I have access to the router? No, not where my stream setup is. I think the router is down in the basement, and they have like a signal booster like posted in one of the hallways here. So that's cool. You're gonna go back to lurking to avoid spoilers? I strongly encourage it. Thanks for hanging out, Zelly, though. I assumed that you've been mostly in this kind of position whenever we're watching this stream. And plug it into the wall, and then at another part of the house you plug another one into the wall, and you run either from that to your computer. Yeah, maybe? There's the locksmith, the conference room. I still have never picked the locksmith. It's starting to feel more and more like this might not be a run that goes far. But I can't. I'm not making that a dead end. Seems like such a bad place to put a dead end. You bitch. Garage, coat check, haul away. Thank you. The pool, the freezer. The ladies' chambers. I didn't grab the walk-in closet, right? Oh! This is new. For each gear room in your house, which is... 1. 2. Oh, I have the workshop, you're right. Okay. I see. And more of them probably will unlock as you get more gear rooms. Okay. But what would the benefit of 8 doors be? Or like more than 4 doors? To be honest, no idea. You've yet to draft it. Well, color me intrigued, to say the least. Drafting studio! Oh my god! We're getting all the sick rooms. Oh, that's probably because of the Solarum. The Great Hall partitioning plans for Thursday, December 3. You love draft. This is only the second time I've gotten to draft this room. Because every time I've taken it, or... I think I've been offered it like 5 times, and 3 times I just didn't have enough gems to take it. Oh? Casino Dovecote Dormitory. So there's a Gamba room. Dovecote. When you draw Dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans! Each time you enter dormitory after drafting a charting room, gain 10 cents. Fucking give me this! Rotating rooms? Are you kidding me? Absolutely cracked. Batshit insane. Hey. Okay, there's the freezer. There's the veranda. We have patio. We have 8 gems. So, like, we could take the freezer to make tomorrow better. I'm gonna do that. We're not gonna go into the freezer. Oh, it freezes it even if you... Okay, well... I thought you would have had to step inside of the freezer to freeze your accounts. Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find the furnace, shall we? I would have loved the attic. I would have loved the locker room too. Alright, well, lesson learned. The freezer will freeze your accounts regardless. I think this is fine. I was already kind of like in the headspace that today was going to be a dead-end draft. Lockpick not doing anything. There's the Great Hall. We have a lot of keys. And the lockpick kit. So it's like a pretty easy Great Hall. Coat check. Storeroom, coat check, morning room. I'll take the morning room, give myself more gems for tomorrow. Yeah. Really wishing I didn't take that freezer, but what can you do? Oh, well. Furnace is probably too far away from the freezer to melt anything. Okay. Hold. We might be live here, folks. The furnace is gonna be a bitch, though. God damn. Any chess pieces in this room? Passageway. Please. Come on! Come on, game! Ah! Ah! Stop! Do you want a drafting tip, or do you want to figure that stuff out totally on your own? I would like to figure it out on my own. If there's like a trick that I am missing, like if I'm making dumb mistakes that will make it easier, I'll figure it out on my own. Deposit box key, huh? Security. Alright, do I just take a bunch of keys and just wait till tomorrow? that gives you more steps. This has digging spots in it. Good. Okay, hold on. Can I get back to the kitchen from here? Nope! Okay, maybe there's a turnip. Nail. Man. Food? Hide behind this door, maybe? No. Alright, I guess we're dead. Rip. I really wish the game would stop doing that to me. Okay. Man, if I'm missing something that's like obvious with how the drafting works that would help me, I'm gonna feel like a complete idiot when it becomes clear. Shrine? Shrine. I am the gardener. Add 8 courtyards. Okay, I think that's the same benefit I got the last time I put 6 coins in. So I'm curious if, like, you can guarantee a blessing. Observatory. Pantry. Billiards? Bedroom. I'll take the bedroom. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, I didn't use the stupid spray can that removes the room from your draft pool. So it looks like if something's in the coat check, it just doesn't spawn again, huh? Like, I don't think the magnifying glass has spawned since I put it inside of here. passageway right there is pretty solid. Ahem. The white box is true. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. Okay. So let's say the gems are in here. That would make this false, this false, and this true, which would work. Let's say the gems are here. This is true. This is true. And this would be true. So the gems can't be in here. And if the gems were in here, this would be false. This would be false. And this would be false. So the gems have to be in this one. Chapelle Commissary. Running shoes, sledgehammer, gems. I guess I'll take the sledgehammer. Wow. We don't have any keys. Battery pack. Alright, so the den can be a dead end. Walk-in closet. Yep. Telescope? Gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Oh. Just a new item pops up every once in a while. I'm like, alright, they just keep coming. They just don't stop coming. I believe I already got Black Pawn written down inside of the walk-in closet. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh. Hello, hello. Alright, key's pretty sick. Guess we'll take the Nook. Courtyard. Sure. Ooh, another box. Wow. Treasure map and compass. No shovel. Morning room. Bedroom, office. Well, these are all going the same way. So this is just locked out. I'll take the morning room. Another box. Okay. Dice! Oh, Dice, my beloved. We are holding on to you for as long as possible. I'm gonna take the observatory here because I have the spyglass or the telescope. And apparently this is the room that has the... Oh no, that's the telescope, not the treasure map. Keys. We love keys. Everything is 50% off today. The sale. Okay. So is that 75% off? Since we got it twice? Question mark? Also, there's a part of me that's like, is there a reason that we would want to move the telescope again? I feel like no, but maybe. At some point there'll be a secret that gets unlocked. Okay, we got plenty of keys. So many keys. What the fuck? Courtyard. Yep. Shovel? Metal detector? Nothing? Alright. Veranda. Another courtyard. Or the drawing room. I think the drawing room's probably better here. This is also the room with the treasure map, right? No, the veranda was the room with the treasure map. Yep, okay. So, shovel. Need a shovel. Do I just take the pool here? Probably. Because I want to be connected to that. Oh my god. Everything's locked. Boiler room. Hallway. I don't want to use my gem on a boiler room when I don't currently have a thing to use the boiler room on that I know of. Music room. Conference room. Boudoir. Taking the boudoir. For more dice. And a gem. Because this is the one safe that I know the key code to. Another... We got the Macarium, which would be just one. There's the gym, there's the storeroom. I think this is probably a fine dead end. Because, like, we grab the gym here, right, and it just leads up to a room that might connect to this hallway. Alternatively, just could screw over that door. So this is a fine dead end. Courtyard. Closet. Solarum. It's probably also a fine dead end. And a coin purse. Library. Alright. Book. Drafting strategy. So this could be, you know, these drafting tips that Metronome was telling me about. The potential within. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategy that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems, gems, gems. Although many architects employ different strategies while developing their house, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into corners is by not having the resources they need to open a new door. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. To avoid this, we're going to focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set yourself up for success. Gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room you are in before clicking the door. I do this way too much. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I try to only spend them if I really, really need a room. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat has served me well. Okay, I will keep that in mind. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Don't pass up wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There's no such thing as too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem. Planning your house. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a self-definition. Draft early ranks first. Yes, I agree. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind in the entrance hall and rooms of the early ranks. When the architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends before returning to the lower ranks to draft from the doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference if they'd only been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you are leaving lots of unopened doors on the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further into the house. Top drafting combos. Another aspect to consider when drafting your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft cloister before terrace, you'll be down 5 gems. But if you draft them in the reverse order, cloister would be free. Identifying a synergy pair of floor plans is essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chance of success. A foyer draft before Great Hall. Sup, King? Would mean that all of its many doors will be unlocked. Drafting bunk room after nurse will give you 10 extra steps. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread from office if you draft a conference room. The more items you have, the greater chance of being able to create a contraption in your workshop. Yep, sure. Making a connection. 2-pair combos aren't the only form of synergy. You will find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can be very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but it can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in the house. Other examples. One of our more simple examples, her ladyship's chambers, has synergy with Lady Epstein's other two rooms, her boudoir and her walk-in closet. The boiler room connects ducts from room to rooms to run steam power to specific destinations in the house. Okay, hold on. This is important. The boiler room connects so we've already done the laboratory and the pump room, but the garage, laundry room, and the furnace for the boiler room. Yeah, we've already done the pump room and the laboratory. Speaking of the pump room, this room connects the water level throughout rooms in the state and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, kitchen, and several other features located outside of the main house. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom, the amount of gold spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in the service quarters. Each time you solve a billiards room, a puzzle in the billiards or a parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft that room. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored doesn't mean that will be the case the next time you draft it. The day after drafting Freezer, it enters an automatic cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Okay, so to prevent you from freezing your assets continually and just stockpiling way too much stuff. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it's hard to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there's a very good chance you will find a piece of information on the road that will help. When in doubt, draft rooms you've never seen before. Even if you do not think the room seems very useful, they may still hold useful clues and information that may help you on your journey. Word from the editor. Although with this volume we have provided our reader with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there truly is no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategy will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favorite room, each builder his own favorite tool, and thus each player will in turn will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share in the world, or keep to themselves. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck drafting, and hope you build the home of your dreams. Thank you. Aquarium. The vault. The vault is so much money, but also it doesn't help. I don't have the vault keys. One. 17 minus 10 is 7. Is 7. 7, 4, 40, 20. 1, 5, 7, 10, 3. Silver key. I need Grand Hall, I need billiards room, I need something. I guess we can go back to the pool and drawing room. Showroom. Would have been nice to have the vault, huh? I wouldn't have had enough gems, though. I guess we take it. The items probably don't change, right? Moon Pendant, Master Key, Emerald Bracelet. You do not have to pay gem cost for 4 plants. Okay, so it does change. You may rotate the first 3. Yeah, I don't remember the bracelet, but Master Key just opens all normal doors. Servants' quarters. That'll give 4 keys. Probably need to take that. Because we had the aquarium. Another drafting studio, which I can't take. Ballroom, which would have been nice. And pump room, that doesn't do anything. I'm going to take the chapel here. I have a sale today, right? But the sale doesn't apply to the showroom? What the heck? Closet, furnace, drafting studio. Hydrate, thank you, Zoldy. Grab the key. Grab the key. Nursery, pump room, bedroom. Hallway will let me get to that side of the... Okay. I did set the greenhouse to common, right? Doesn't matter because I don't have the... Man. Oh. Oh, okay. We do have the sledgehammer, battery pack, and broken lever. So we could make something. There's the greenhouse! And we are connected to it. Oh my god, we did it. This is the one. And the shovel. Oh, and there's a watering can too. Okay. There is a chest in the veranda. Or there's a... Yeah, the treasure map is in the veranda. Turnip with a little salt on top. Alright, what did we get this time? Okay. 40 coins. And we have the coin purse. Okay, so we can get something from the showroom. Moon pendant. If you call a day while wearing the moon pendant, you will start with 2 of the items in the inventory. I will buy this. Unfortunately, the other items don't really do a whole lot from... Oh wait, does the master key work on the chests down in the... The master key might have worked down in the reservoir. Though we still would have needed another 17 coins for that to even proc. I don't think we would have been able to get that many. He says with a question mark. Okay. Let's just go down. I don't want to risk taking too many steps or doing something stupid. And the thing that stuck out to me the most is the triumphant music has like started like 3 times now. And I get it, it's like, oh, you've like done the thing, but it'd be cool if it like only played it if it knew that you were guaranteed to get there, you know? Instead of like filling you with this false sense of, haha, you did the thing. When in actuality, you did not do the thing. So close to doing the thing, and yet so far. It's fine. Today we get to do the thing. I finally get to see whatever the hell is in room 46 and end the tutorial from what I've heard people say. Let's see, how many more rooms do I have to check? I got one with the aquarium. I guess the question is, does the day end immediately upon going into room 46? You should do anything else you want to do first. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. Mostly, yeah. Let's see. You got extremely got by that, yeah. Well, the main thing is that, do I want to use my keys while I got them? Or do I want to, like, try and dig, like, another couple rooms deep? Coat check. Yeah, I want to kind of, like, see the workshop. I want to see what other new rooms there are. We're close to the aquarium, so let's go check what other rooms we can get. We have 31 steps. 1, 2. The bedroom is there, so that saves us 2 steps. I just don't want to accidentally screw myself by, like, doing too much and then running out of steps before getting inside the antechamber. One of these days. One of these days I'll get offered the mirror room and it'll be useful. An extra key, okay. Turnip, love the turnip. That is a relief. More dice. We have 5 dice. There's the laundry room. Love salting the turnip, it's true. I mean, we have so many dice. Alright, we're golden on steps. And then, like, oh, look, you're connected to the antechamber over here, too. Wow, so good. Wow. Guess I'll use the special key here. I don't care if it takes the watering can, the telescope, the salt, the treasure map, the compass, the coin purse. There's so many things I don't care about. Shut up. It's fine. We've already done most of our digging. Okay, we have the repellent. Yeah, that's That's what I'm saying. So, like, let's take a look and figure out which room we do not want to show up for the next week. What is a bad room? The closet, maybe? The chapel? The chapel's, like, not bad, though. Chapel and pantry. Pantry gives early gold, but I guess with, like, the allowance, the value of pantry is much lower. Chapel having 3 doors, I think, makes it better than pantry, even if it does have the downside. So, yeah. I think I agree with pantry. Okay, so let's go to the workshop, spray the pantry. Yeah, okay, we're golden. Is this the right way? Nope. Man, all my dig spots. I guess give me these. Wow, I got so many gems. Moonpen doesn't connect with anything. This makes the burner, right? I believe so. And there's the torch room down in the basement. It makes the burning glass, right? Okay. There is the torch room down in the basement that I think I might need this for. What else do we have? Compass's battery pack makes the electromagnet. Coin burst doesn't make anything. Salt shaker doesn't combine with anything. Shoes don't combine with anything. Okay, I'm going to combine the magnifying glass and the metal detector, and then we're going to put this burning glass inside of the code check, so that if we can get the pump room, we can empty out the well or the fountain so that we can go to the torch room. So press X. Pantries are moved from the draft pool for 1 week. You can only do it once, right? Yes, that is correct. Okay. Oh, I have an upgrade disc. I don't think I have any of the rooms. I don't think I have any terminals. No office, no lab, no security. Yeah, that's a shame. Is it easier to get the magnifying glass and the... Okay. Alright, we can make the burning glass again. I would rather check the upgrade disc. It's fine. Magnifying glass and metal detector are not that uncommon. Meta progression is important. Exactly. Exactly. Having stronger rooms overall make you more likely to have better runs in the long run. Just go through the chapel. No, my money. This is the wrong way. Nope, don't need it.
There was once a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said.
Ma'am! inside that administrative room with the microchips. We got these chess pieces that are all over the place. We got a boiler room, at least 3 more rooms. What else? Yeah, I think the next thing I want to try and do is boiler room, the garage, to see if that like starts the car or something. I'll probably need the car keys too then. So much. We got like 6 more red letters to find, though apparently according to Altzara we can only ever find 7 of them. I say doubt. He may be all-knowing, but does he really know all that much? Man. Even if this was the end of this game, I would be super satisfied. But, like, the fact that there's still so much left to do, oh, baby. Like, this game is very quickly shooting up to, like, all-timer status for me. Even watching, you've seen things that you've never seen in the 40 days you run for sure. A few hours post-cards, like, maybe I can look up some spoilers, some things, and just seeing the scope of spoilers so that were not anything stuck there. I was like, nope, going back to the hole. Yep. My new home. It's full of green rooms, as it should be. Alright. So now that we got to room 46... just time to start working on other things. We got to do the classrooms the next day. Oh, it looks like there's something new. Hello. Open only in the event of inheritance. Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but I still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a taunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. Thanks for the follow, man. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation. I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself, and as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive towards. I never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46 to reach. And now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there, or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Ovin Navari, Herbert S. Sinclair. Clearly, we're gonna keep going. I love that it's a totally reasonable answer to say, yes, I will stop here. Yeah, for sure, like, you did the thing the game wants you to do, but there's just so many other things that you can do, and I love that. Because if you've played any amount of roguelikes, you know that just reaching the end is never the end of the game. There's always more to do. Trading post. Hovel 2. Let's grab the 2. There's always 20 more ascensions to do in the Spire. Man, yeah, Slay the Spire. If Slay the Spire 2 comes out this year too, it's gonna be just a hell of a year for roguelikes, man. Because I hold Slay the Spire right next to Balatro as like a game I will never grow tired of playing. It's a great year for indie games. If Silksong does come out this year, I would have a hard time arguing that this isn't one of the best years for indie games. If it's like, if we get Blueprints, Silksong, Hades 2, and Slay the Spire 2 all in the same year, like, come the fuck on. Man still believes. They gave us a fucking screenshot that said 2025 on it with new footage. I'm ready to be hurt again, is what I'm saying, Dimmy Doo. I'm ready to be hurt again. We might even be getting Half-Life 3 this year. Well, why not, you know? Must be a trend. Huh? Just a new place. Alright. The Mount Holly Souvenir Shop. Blue tents. Tents fit for a prince. Sturdy construction. Steel stakes and scouting rope included. Base size, 8x6. Yeah, wow. Did you collect your trophy? Oh, I'm supposed to take it. Wow. An achievement. I think that's the first one I've gotten. Add it to your trophy room. I don't think I've gotten a trophy room yet either. That must be another room that unlocks, if I were to guess. Mount Holly Tea. It just looks nice. A permanent addition to the walk-in closet. A permanent addition to the dining room. When you reach rank 5 with Lunchbox, gain half your dinner steps. Enjoy your lunch! Swim trunks. A permanent addition to the pool. A pair of trunks. It's always handy for swimming. Just be sure to bring some keys. Dirigiblocks! Coming soon. Swimbird plushie. Unlock Dare mode? Blue tents can only purchase after you have proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies. A permanent addition to your campsite. Wow. Wow, wow. I mean, yeah. Give me that. Commissary. Closet. Nook. What did your moon pendant carry over? That's a damn fine question. Salt and telescope. I'm gonna say it. Not super thrilled about that. What game is this? Blueprints. What you're saying, you're feeling a little salty. No. No, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? We have the telescope. So I should do this. 16 starter. Ooh. Ooh. That's many gems. We have all of the gems. Veranda? I mean, I don't see why not. Sledgehammer. The morning room. Well, I mean, some dice. And some of the gems. I guess we'll explore that hallway real quick. Dropping some dice in my morning room. It is pretty nice. These all suck. The one time I, like, want a dead end. Fuck it. We ball. What is a... Stop! Stop offering me the Great Hall. Oh, right, I got the cross. We're just gonna keep getting Great Hall if we don't take it. I did do this to myself, you're right. A restricted suspicious user. Thank you, metronome. Your servant. The shovel and the metal detector? In the same room? Oh, because I had the veranda probably, right? That is pretty nice. The bunk. The bedroom. The archive. Three keys when you have none is pretty baller. Yeah, but I want to try and get the boiler room attached to the garage, you see. Ooh, okay. One of these days I'm gonna get the vault when I have a vault key. And it's gonna be spectacular. It's gonna be today. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Could you imagine, though? Oh, yeah. I do like the metal detector when you have... It is what you would say with 2 Southern Crosses. You just gotta believe. You simply just have to believe. Because if you take enough of the 4 rooms, they're gonna run out. Mirror room double furnace. Right. I don't think just boosting my red rooms will make the vault more likely to appear, is the thing. I should have taken security just so I could have done an experiment. Okay. We have the magnifying glass, and we have the metal detector again. You mixed up furnace with the Dead Egg Constellation. Right. The black and blue box are empty. Every statement with the word blue is false. This box is not blue. Well, this is a false statement. We can definitively say that this box is blue. Every statement with the word blue is false. Well, all 3 statements have the word blue on them. And one of them has to be true. So this is false. This is false. This is true. The gems are in here. Everyone pog. Greenhouse. Thank you, Life Rake. Broken lever. Wait, do we have the battery back? Nope. I don't want to get rid of my metal detector yet. Yes, I made the workshop common. Rotunda Gaming? Nah. It does, in fact, stack infinitely. Because the hallway has that ability on it, right? So you play a hallway, it adds a hallway with that ability on it into your pool. it doesn't ever increase the number of of hallways inside of the draft pool, but you'll always have one in there. Tomato soup. I've got, I think, only one. No, it can increase if you draft 2 the next day, because now there's 3. Well, no, what I'm saying is that, like, it never goes above the amount that's in the pool to begin with, is what I'm saying. Like, every time you take one, it just shovels another one back into the draft pool. Oh, it says to tomorrow's. Oh! I thought it added to today's draft pool. Oh. So they just keep getting... So tomorrow there's going to be 4 more I see. They just keep stacking. I was misreading it every time. Ain't that a kick in the pants? Utility closet? Pool? Pool to give me a chance to get the pump room? Because I need the pump room to get down to the other place. Wait, everything's locked now though. Foundation, carry me now. You're gonna need a hall path, mister. Ooh. Well, I'm telling you, man, you're sleeping on garage. Now we're fine. We have a shovel that's guaranteed to give us a key. Thank you for the gems. Didn't need them. Wanted a key. Guaranteed to get a key. Let me tell you. See? Who needs a garage when you have infinite courtyards that are also likely to have stuff inside of them because of your veranda? And there's security. Beginner's luck. Psh. Psh. Rotate. Ooh, what? This is just a aspect of the rotunda? I was wondering why the rotunda cost 3 gems to get. I was like, this feels like it's just a passageway with extra steps, but no, if you can rotate the floor tiles from the rotunda, that makes a huge difference. Oh, look at that. Wow. And now we got the dove coat. Only con is that it is super slow. Agreed. Oh, hello. Another courtyard. Billiard room, commissary. I thought the dove coat let me rotate tiles. Does it not? Oh, it lets you rotate it. It lets you rotate the things in... okay, I misunderstood. Trophy room. Well, I haven't gotten the trophy room yet, so yes. Ah, behold my singular trophy. Aren't you all impressed? Excuse me. Why can I interact with this? Oh, it's just for fun. I doubt it. Dining room for steps. Does the battery pack only show up inside of the... What am I thinking? Does it only show up inside of the workshop? I just got the trophy room. My quail. Yeah, silver key's pretty useless when you have double cross. Is that musing or asking? I'm asking. Because currently the only place I can recall seeing the battery pack was inside of the workshop. I wouldn't be shocked if it like showed up inside the garage as well, though. Workshop, lost and found, boiler room. Okay. Clock tower. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each clock room you draft today. Classroom. Oh, okay. You found it on the patio. I'm inclined to believe it can show up in any room with a gear suit. We can just have the classroom added. Interesting. Vestibule. When you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock and the 4th one becomes locked. When you enter it. Oh, so like... But it says 3 become unlocked. So, like, couldn't you just leave and go back in? And it would, like, unlock the room? Or am I crazy? Clock tower gives you keys. I kind of like keys. Classroom is really interesting because, like, yeah, but the other 3 doors are unlocked. Yeah, you can't backtrack, but couldn't you just like leave the room then go back in, and it would unlock the door that just locked? Or I'm taking the classroom because I'm curious as to why that's there. Pool probably makes it easier to get them all of... That's what you think? Yeah, maybe. Locker room. Courtyard. I'm really hoping for the pump room. Oh, we got the car keys. Okay. There's the pump room. How do I have so many courtyards in my pool? Because of my blessing. Okay, we got the pump room. We need this last room right here to be the coat check. I mean, I'm gonna take the pump room. Ah! Ah! Yoink. I still don't think I have any rooms that, yeah, I don't have any rooms that can use the upgrade disc, but we have a ton of steps. Nope, still don't have a terminal. But it's fine. What we're gonna do... So we're going to drain the fountain. Then we're gonna... go to the workshop. Does the admin terminal at Blackridge count? No. I don't believe it does. I don't think I remember seeing anything that like lets you connect it to the other terminals. Though maybe you can use the upgrade disc in it, I'm not sure. We're gonna go outside anyway. Okay, so let me just pull up my pump room schematics real quick. Actually, I didn't need coat check, now that I think about it. Yeah, I didn't need coat check. For some reason, my brain was like, "You put the thing inside the coat check," but I didn't. That was the old plan. But we can do some testing. Okay. So pump 1. Actually, hold on. Could check burning glass if you're able to use this. Yeah, that's kind of where my head's at. Oh, they made this like super simple. To move the water from the reservoir to the fountain. Actually, I can only put 12 into the reservoir. I'm curious if that will do something with the boat. This is fine. Okay, cool. So that's done. What's the fastest way back? Rotunda. We can also pick up a bunch of keys that presumably spawned all over the place because of the locker room. Yeah, and this is like the ideal way that we want it set up anyway. And then drawing room. Any keys? No keys. Magnifying glass. Metal detector. Assemble. Now I actually have to use my eyes to find keys. God. What a hassle. Can't believe they would do that to me. Wow, this is by far the fastest backtrack through the house I've ever had. Maybe because of all the the 4 entrance rooms that we have this time. I think I've yet to have the conference hall with a room that spreads things throughout the house. How many steps do we have after such an early weight room? Yeah, I know. We've dug up a lot of turnips. Ah, my wishes. too low. Whatever. Okay. Okay. My brain is so freaking big, people. Hello. Foreman's log 20. Excavation department. Date 1915. After waiting the better part of 3 weeks for the equipment to be carefully hoisted down the cliffside, one piece at a time, the wait is finally over. Today we begin our formal foray into the mountain and begin excavation of the first tunnel, the first of many. To prevent future delays, Thomas Sinclair has generously volunteered to install a freight lift to facilitate both personal transport. However, after seeing his ornate designs, one can't help but feel the Baron's delicate taste might be better suited for the ballroom crowd. Regardless of the particulars, I'm sure my crew wouldn't object to riding down to the tunnels in fashionable style. Realm and Brr. Signals of the Past and Brr by Professor R. Williams. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Fen Aries, Robert Byrd, and Sons. The first era, either from the creation of the various signs of they did this in order that the realm straight might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written texts and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found in royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. Yes, I have noticed symbols that are tied to colors, and I had assumed that they were tied to specific realms or countries or whatever. This book is written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigil have a special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Oh, this is going to be very important. Screenshots, please. Each sigil composed of 4 things. Sigils. I've seen things like this throughout the game. There's the core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. Mm-hmm. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape. different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it's important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if you don't first know the place we are describing. Okay? So we're gonna need to start keeping track of all these countries. The rays. Splitting the sigil from one sigil, the number, style. Counting will reveal okay. Jeez. Lines. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme storming weather, a jagged lightning-shaped rays used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. And windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent, curved lines, rays buckling under the high wind. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal, a primitive realm, hunter and gatherer. Agricultural, harvested and farming-based society. Martial, military. Metropolitan, a large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. Academic, a center for knowledge advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, an elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the force that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on the advancement of arts, writing, music, and language. Is that it? Nope. And the border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge, such as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. White, black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange. Putting it all together. Red, martial, fog. Okay, so this symbol means fog. And this is probably Fenares. By signing the core, ray, moats, borges, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Okay, sure. Let me just take one more picture. Okay, hold on. This is laid out like my blueprint, right? We have king, queen, rook, bishop, knight, pawn. So we have every piece represented. But I probably need the rooms that have them, right? And then I put the pieces on the proper place. Gotta duck out, Joy. The rest of your runs will do. Okay. They probably need to be the same color. The only king that I have found is in the ladyship's chamber. That's a white king. Then the white queen is in the office. Then we would need a white rook. Which would be like the vault. A white bishop, I believe, is the chapel. Yeah. A white knight. Do I have a white knight? I don't have a room written down with a white knight. Now, granted, the security room, that one's kind of hard to tell because the room is dark. And the observatory, I have security room and observatory both written down as black knights. But looking at my list, I'm going to guess that the pieces, there's like the amount that would appear on a board, right? So I guess like 2 black knights isn't impossible. Yeah, and then plenty of rooms with pawns inside of them. Okay, well, regardless, we don't have the rooms that have that stuff. But the chess is down here. Performance log 3. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Arches. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Oh yeah, look at all these arches on the cliffside. I see power lines. Is there anything else in this chest room? Log 20. That's the way I came. And then dead end. The rune book. Okay. So we need to do specific rooms, it looks like, for the chess pieces. That's pretty dope. Also, we have the tome today, too. Which I suspect could benefit from the burning glass as well. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the tomb real quick. Actually, we want to stop by the archives and see if we can use the disc. It would be super cool if the game let me use it. It does! Let's go! Good call. Ooh, we get to upgrade the billiards room? I already picked this room a ton already. Basic, I don't need to make it easy. If you call it a day in break room, tomorrow you will begin the day with a staff key card. Add Great Hall, Foyer, and Secret Passage to today's pool. So make it... This is not even a consideration. Guaranteeing the staff key card in the break room seems really good. Right, the staff key... But also adding an extra Great Hall and Foyer to the draft pool means you're more likely to get that. I'm taking the break room. Wait, staff keycard. I'm curious if that's different than this keycard. Not sure. Okay. Let's go down to the tomb, collect our monies, because we probably got a lot of it. Because I'm not going to count how many dead ends are in there, but I know I picked more than one. Man, this game's got me, like, wigging out a little bit. I'm seeing these, like, bird baths, and I'm like, what does that mean? Oh. Oh, another key. Well, I'm not going to say no to another key. Alright, these ones you can't light. That is not what this is about. Never mind. Ooh. This is in a different language. Old Yora. Sinclair... Forget. Interesting. These ones get pushed down. I see. This is her tomb. Lady Epson's diary key. We probably need that for her room, right? I think I know what I'm putting inside of the code check. Aha. Another data disk. And a bunch of dice. Well, the dice aren't super relevant, but another upgrade disk is a nice, Alright, I think I might call it for today after this run. Because it sounds like I got family that's here. And I don't normally stream on Fridays. The mail room. Alright. Same day delivery. The package will be delivered here after you reach rank 8. No contact delivery. The package will be dropped off on the entrance steps the day after dropping this room. Freight shipping. A very large package will be delivered after here 3 days after drafting this room. No contact delivery sounds awesome. Getting it immediately, guaranteed the next day, is pretty great. Okay. Very solid. So now we go to back up to the pump room, drain the reservoir so that we can use the keys in the foundation. Spend our money in the gift shop first. Well, bam. Got the Mount Holly tea. gems. Another key. Okay. Okay. I did go through this one. Alright, I just wanted to make sure. We could open some of these. If I recall, I think my detector went off in here. Oh, well. I'm gambling. To try and get more keys. So, we got one more key. I'll be the first to admit it. Wasn't worth. Go here, go over here, go in here. Oh. Drawing room, no. So we're filling back up the fountain, because opening up the chests in the reservoir are now currently the goal. Check the diary key. Because we need the ladies' bedroom. Now we're gonna go down to the reservoir. We didn't take the billiards room today, so we can't end inside there, so it doesn't matter. Key? No? Okay. Hydrate? Thank you, Zeldy. Wow, 2 turnips. Two turnips is kind of crazy. So the question is, how do you use the boat to get over there? Because I assume that's what you're supposed to do, right? So it's like, you need to take the boat across to the other side. And then... But it would, like, drop down over here, would it not? So if the water level is, like, at this... I guess that makes sense. I think this is supposed to measure water level, maybe? Okay. Green memos are lies. Well, that's not necessarily true. We don't know that for certain. Yeah, this one said the green memos in the box near me are both lies. So the Sanctum key is not in a box, it is buried. Well, the Sanctum key would be in a box then. A black box contains the allowance tokens. So the allowance token is not in a black box. This is a true suite. Only one blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement. Blue box. The box containing allowance token is marked by that. So it's not marked by that, and it's not black. The sanctuary key is not in a box in the water. Okay. So it looks like we're looking for the sanctuary key. Do I even want to pick up the sanctuary key? Okay, so the allowance... Okay. Sanctuary key is not in the water. All box marked by a sun are true. So this is the only true memo. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Okay. Only one box in the reservoir has a prize. Well, we don't know if that's true or not. We know that this is a true statement, though. Because of... Nope. This statement. So this one. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Okay. Yeah. I think we are finally done for today. Once again, got a vault key and no vault. That's just the life that we lead. Yeah, alright. Calling it a day. I think both in-game and out of game. Cool. Did we only play 2 days today? In like the 3 hours we were playing? Solid days, holy. We got into the antechamber, which is pretty great. And today kind of just feels like we were doing things and kind of found new paths to explore. We have a diary key that we want to use. I can't think of any other rooms that would need a burner. I think the tomb and the torch room were probably the most likely places. I want to try and do something with the battery pack, sledgehammer, and broken lever. See what that makes. Boiler room. We wanted to try and connect to furnace, garage, and the laundry room. We had the chance at one point to connect the laundry room, but I didn't take it. I wonder if it's good. Who knows? We'll find out next time, on Monday, when we decide to play this again. But I'm gone this weekend. I hope you all have a good one. I'm going to send you all over to Rouge. Rouge is playing Repo. Yeah. We'll send a raid Rouge's way. We don't get to do that very often, which is pretty cool. Alright, y'all have a good rest of your week, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.